Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines.
US Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has said that Iran's new supreme leader, Mojtaba Khamenei, has been wounded and is likely disfigured. Hegseth told reporters that Iran's leadership is now hiding after intense US strikes. To a question, he said there is no clear evidence that Iran has mined the Strait of Hormuz and that the waterway remains open for shipping. However, he said Iran has been firing at vessels trying to pass through the strait. The Pentagon chief also said that US forces are continuing operations aimed at destroying Iran's missile, drone, and naval capabilities. Thousands of people rallied in Tehran and Mashhad to mark Al-Quds Day as the war with the United States and Israel enters its second week. Demonstrators waved Iranian flags and carried photos of former Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Al-Quds Day is held each year during Ramadan to show support for Palestinians and opposition to Israel. Meanwhile, Israel says its air force struck more than 200 targets across western and central Iran, including attacks near a Quds rally, the latest wave of airstrikes in a nearly two-week war that has killed around 2,000 people.
US President Donald Trump has issued a strong message on social media, claiming that the United States is overwhelmingly defeating Iran militarily and economically. According to Trump, US military operations have significantly weakened Iran's defense capabilities. He claimed that Iran's Navy and Air Force are no longer operational, saying the country's military infrastructure has been severely damaged. He also claimed that Iranian leadership has been wiped out, stating that their leaders have been erased from the page of their identity. The US president also issued a direct warning, saying the world should look what happens to these madmen today.
Meanwhile, President Trump said he believes Russian President Vladimir Putin may be helping Iran a little bit. Speaking in a Fox News radio interview, Trump suggested Moscow might be offering limited support to Tehran. He added that Putin likely believes the United States is similarly helping Ukraine. In the same interview, Trump said the United States would escort vessels through the Strait of Hormuz if needed, vowing to strike Iran very hard over the next week.
French President Emmanuel Macron has condemned an attack in northern Iraq that killed one French officer and wounded several soldiers in the Erbil region. France's army said 6 French soldiers providing counter-terrorism training in the region were wounded in a drone attack just hours after an Italian base was also targeted in the area. In a post on X, Macron said Chief Warrant Officer Arnaud Frion died for France, and several of our soldiers have been injured in the attack. He said the attack against French forces engaged in the fight against ISIS since 2015 is unacceptable. A US military refueling aircraft has crashed in western Iraq in an incident US Central Command said involved another aircraft but was not the result of hostile or friendly fire. In a statement, the CENTCOM said it was carrying out rescue efforts after the US KC-135 refueling aircraft went down. The second aircraft landed safely. It said the incident occurred in friendly airspace during Operation Epic Fury. A US official said the other aircraft involved in the incident was also a KC-135, and the one that crashed had as many as 6 service members on board. And the United States has issued a 30-day waiver for countries to buy sanctioned Russian oil and petroleum products currently stranded at sea, in what Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said was a step to stabilize global energy markets roiled by the Iran war. The move was the latest attempt by President Donald Trump's administration to tame energy prices, after the US and Israeli strikes on Iran and the subsequent response by Tehran widened regional tensions and paralyzed shipping through the Strait of Hormuz, disrupting vital Middle East oil and gas flows and sending energy prices higher. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif met Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman in Jeddah, where the two leaders held detailed discussions on regional developments and reaffirmed their commitment to peace and stability. The Prime Minister expressed deep appreciation for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia's long-standing support for Pakistan. He also reiterated Pakistan's complete solidarity and full support for Saudi Arabia, particularly in what he described as challenging circumstances. Shehbaz assured Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman that Pakistan will always stand firmly with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. A convicted Islamic State supporter opened fire in a Virginia University classroom, killing one person and injuring two others before he was killed. While in Michigan, a Lebanon-born US citizen crashed his truck into a synagogue and its preschool and was shot dead. In the suburban Detroit township of West Bloomfield, authorities credited quick action by well-trained synagogue security personnel for preventing any loss of life at Temple Israel and its daycare center, other than that of the attacker. Separately, the FBI opened a terrorism investigation into an earlier shooting at Old Dominion University in Norfolk, Virginia, that killed one person and injured two others, both US Army personnel. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.